Now, I did a case study recently on how to deal with a guy that was robbed, and this is the video to follow. Sorry, Nick, you're right. Look at the size of his chest. It's like he's all man, isn't he? It's like ready for punching. All right, I did a video recently. It was a case study on dealing with a guy that was robbed, right?
Yeah.
And one of the highlights that I made in the video is that the guy had his back against the wall, and his attacker was throwing a right punch, right punch, a right punch, a right punch continuously. It was one punch that came in continuously, again and again and again. It wasn't swinging punches. It wasn't a barrage, okay? It wasn't boxing combinations. It was just a right punch, a right punch. Poor guy ended up getting knocked out and robbed of his headphones. And even when he was unconscious, the guy came in and was kicking him in the head. Not good. So today I'm going to talk about what he should have done in some real detail, because we spoke about it in the case study, but I want to go through what he should have done. So generally, how you deal with a straight punch when your back is against the wall and you can't move back is to turn and blade your body. To turn your body. Whether you turn this way or you turn that way is up to you. Generally, you turn, but when you're turning, you've got to hit either the body or hit the head. I'm hitting the body because it doesn't cause Nick too much pain, but bang, you can see it hurts him. So when I hit him, it does do something. It delays a little bit. You can see are you quick to fire that second punch?
I'll give it a go.
He'll give it a go, right? He'll try and hit me, but as he goes, boom, I hit him. That's going to delay that a little bit, bang, enough for me to hit you, right? That's the point. So punch comes in, you either move that way, or, as I was saying, you try to punch over the top that way. And the point of what you're trying to do is blade your body, turn your body. Now, pros and cons. If you turn this way, boom, or cover this way, when he's throwing his other arm, you're on the inside of the arm. You've got much more protection. If you move around, you'll see, look, I'm holding his hands. So I'm always making sure that I'm doing something. I'm never leaving his arms unchecked. I'm always going to check the arms and get in the space. This is the thing. The other thing is, if I go, because I said pros and cons, the other thing is if I turn this way, I'm facing him, boom, so therefore I can see this coming in. I like that. As opposed to if I turn the other way, I get more reach with my hand, which is an advantage, but it now gives the outside of my head more exposure. So if I'm moving, and I'm striking and I'm hitting and I'm moving in on the guy, bang, it makes it a lot easier for me to escape. So there's pros and cons, but either way, what you need to do when you're put in a situation where you're a victim of a robbery, where your space is confined and restricted, you have to turn. So the defense, what this guy should have done, and it's always easy to say in hindsight what you should do, because then people are going to say you're not in that situation. I'll tell you, I have been in that situation. I've been robbed a couple of times when I was a young kid. And I had one situation where I was on a highway bridge, and basically I got collared by some kids on bikes. I never told you this story. And I was backed up, literally. And I had weapons, knives, it was quite scary, okay? And all I've got is cars on a highway underneath.
Not the best choice.
And I can't go anywhere. This is what I mean. When people, every time it's happened to me where people have tried to rob me, it's always been the same situation. They put me in a situation where I can't run, I can't get away. And I was stuck. I had to give them my wallet, I had no choice. Wow. Okay? The only good thing then was I was 13 years old. 13. Be a different story now. I wish I could find those kids again. It'll be very different. They'll be getting out, I'll tell you what. Anyway, let's get back to the tutorial. Sorry. Now, most of the time, I do teach from experience. In terms of, I say most of the time I teach from experience. Good story. Forget that. All the time I teach from experience. But the point of what I'm trying to talk about in this case is robbery. And I've experienced it. Okay, so I'm not making it up. And when I say people will corral you, they'll make it really difficult for you, they'll put you in a position where you can't move back. All the ideas where I talk about turning and moving and so on, it's things that I've had to learn to do for my own self-protection. It's not something I just come on YouTube and I make it up and say, let's do this for fun. So from experience, I will tell you, it is better to turn one way or the other. You can't move back. As soon as you move back, you've got punches coming in on you, you're going to get punched in the face. And in this case, he was lucky the guy didn't pull out a knife and start stabbing him. But really, primarily, your defense, as always, will be to move an angle and fight back. Hopefully that's been some use to you. If you've got any questions, any comments, if you want to talk about any of your experiences, in fact, if you've got any videos that you want us to look at as case studies, let us know, send us a link. We'll be happy to look at that. Maybe to give a little bit of a view of from our experience anyway. Greetings from London.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.